One more time.
I'm tired.
Then stop teasing me, or I'm afraid I won't be able to control myself.
So petty. If I can't touch you anymore after this, I'm gonna miss it terribly.
What do you mean by that?
William is returning from the Crusades front. He'll be arriving at the estate any day now. In other words, my husband is coming back. I won't be able to come out and play anymore. Our relationship ends here.
Are you dumping me?
None. You are the most valiant attendant in the castle, and your abilities are known to all. I know your worth. I won't let your 3 years of devoted service go unrewarded. Here are 50,000 gold coins. Payment for your 3 years of labour. The castle has already been transferred to your name. These assets and properties will be more than enough for you to purchase a field, marry a good woman, and live out the rest of your days in peace.
Forget me. Live your own life well. This is my compensation to you. Not enough?
The only thing I want is you.
Shh. I'm a woman you'll never have in this lifetime. Take the money and live well. I'll miss you.
Eleanor, are you dumping me? Do you even know who I...
Bye-bye.
You think this little bit is enough to get rid of me? Dream on.
Your Highness, the Queen's 50th birthday is in 2 days. Her Majesty has sent someone to summon you back to the palace.
Understood. Eleanor, well done. You really did treat me like a gigolo all this time. Unfortunately for you, this isn't something you get to end just because you say so. How did you get here?
My husband returns from war, so of course I, his wife, am here to welcome him.
I'm not your husband, and you're not my wife. The only wife I acknowledge is her.
It seems my husband's military campaigns haven't dampened his appetites in the bedroom.
Sister, don't blame William. It's my fault. I got carried away.
So one dared to offer, and the other dared to take.
Sister.
Don't call me sister. What kind of sister am I to you?
William, with sister talking like that, does she dislike me? Does she not want me to bear your child?
Don't worry. In my heart, you are my wife. This marriage is nothing but a piece of paper between my father and your grandfather. It's been dead in name for years.
My lady, the Earl and I are truly in love. This child, it's God's will. We can't help it. Please let me give birth to him.
This child is my decision. I will raise him myself. No one else needs to interfere. And don't you use your title as my wife to bully them.
Go ahead, why not? I am the lawfully wedded wife. Any child you bear, legitimate or not, will by law call me mother. I'll raise him as my own. Knightly education and all. How about I grant you the title of Lady-in-Waiting today, so you'll have a proper standing? Otherwise, the child will be born a bastard and carry the stam of adultery. That won't do his future any good.
No need. I'll go to the bishop myself and have the child legally recorded under my name. I'll teach him myself.
Grandfather sent me to bring you back to the castle. Either you come back with me to see him, or you take her to the manor outside the city. Your choice.
My noble countess, you weren't like this with me. Why are you so weak in front of your husband?
Your Highness, why have you never revealed your identity to Lady Eleanor?
And what if I did? Let her know she slept with a prince so she'd treat me with reverence and never dare touch me again.
But you clearly like her.
I like her the way she is now. Touching me whenever she wants, cursing at me, dumping me. If she knew who I really am, she wouldn't dare.
Dare or not, you've already been dumped now.
Shut up!
Oh, and for my mother's birthday banquet, send 2 invitations to the William house.
Your Highness, a family of such low rank isn't worthy of attending this birthday banquet.
Just send them when I tell you. Specifically name Eleanor and William to attend.
Yes.
My lady, what's wrong?
The person in that carriage looks a bit familiar.
That's Prince Alexander's carriage.
Alexander? That prince who rarely appears in public?
Yes. They say he came back specially for the Queen's birthday this time.
None.
Say that again!
I said I want to marry Lillian and divorce Eleanor.
You insolent fool! Do you even know what you're saying?
There was never any love between us. That marriage was just a contract you signed. Why should I acknowledge it?
Her? A maid? You'd pass over Eleanor for a creature like this?
My lady, I truly love William.
Shut up! You have no right to speak here!
Father, don't be angry. Since William wants a divorce so badly, I'll grant him that.
What do you mean, Grant? I won't allow it! I'm the one in charge of this household!
Get on your knees!
You think this family's wealth came from you? If not for Eleanor running the business and managed the estates all these years, we would have collapsed long ago!
And you go off to war for a few years, come back and stir up a divorce? So what? I love Lillian!
You'll manage. With what? Do you know how to read a ledger? Do you know the estate's harvest yields?
Dear child, don't be afraid. As long as I'm here, no one can drive you out. You got William dares to act recklessly, I'll throw him out myself, and he don't get a single coin of inheritance.
Mother, don't hurt your mother-son bond because of me.
What bond? If he's heartless, don't blame me for being ruthless. In any case, I only acknowledge one daughter, Loth, and that's you.
You! Father, you're biased.
I'm biased? I saved this family fortune for you, and you're going to squander it on a maid?
Lillian is carrying my child. That's your grandchild.
Grandchild? Whether her child can even bear our family name is debatable. I'm warning you. Eleanor's family may have fallen, but she has noble blood. If you drive her away, our family's reputation on these lands will be ruined!
So what? So what? Let me tell you. This household has survived all these years because of Eleanor. Now that you're back, you need to take responsibility. The only way for our family to climb higher is to connect with the Queen's circle.
The Queen?
The Queen's family is distantly related to ours. If we could get close to them, maybe we could rise another step.
That's simple enough. I'll just go see her.
She's the Queen? Who do you think you are? Do you even have access to her?
The only way is to get close to Prince Alexander first.
Alexander? That mysterious prince who's never around?
Yes. He's about your age, and from what I know, he's very interested in border affairs and military matters. You've just returned from the Crusade front. That's your only way in. Invitations to the Queen's birthday banquet. They say the Queen will be selecting a wife for Prince Alexander at the banquet, so he'll definitely show up.
You're giving me these?
2. One for you, one for Eleanor. You take her with you. Before you build any connection with Alexander, you keep Eleanor steady. If she completely loses heart and abandons this hold, the 3 of us will be out on the streets.
Got it. Once we're inside, don't say anything stupid. Everyone here is royalty and nobility. Don't embarrass me.
Don't worry. You're more than capable of embarrassing yourself all on your own.
You?
How did you get in? I was invited, so naturally I came. Someone of your standing deserves to attend the Queen's birthday banquet. This isn't some country manor ball. Not just anyone can walk in.
Forget it, don't bother with her kind. Her husband's been away at war for years. She's probably just here to try her luck.
Oh, right. Your husband just came back, didn't he? What, he brought back a new mistress and you're feeling bitter, trying to seduce a prince at the Queen's banquet? You do worry about an awful lot of things.
Keep your mouth shut.
It's your turn. Please step forward and present your gift.
None.
Your Majesty the Queen, this is a treasure my daughter specially sought out for you. Priceless, and there is not a second one like it in the entire kingdom.
Your Majesty, on the gem's crown are all top grade.
Everyone gives all kinds of things, but a headpiece too ordinary.
Exactly. Shade a gift, but priceless, and a dares to boast.
This is all your fault! The moment you show up, I have bad luck!
What does that have to do with me?
Next, Baron William's family presents their gift. Oh dear. I doubt the Baron's household can produce anything decent. After all, they've fallen on hard times these years. It's a miracle they can still keep up appearances.
Exactly. Let's hope they don't embarrass themselves with some shoddy trinket.
What exactly did you bring? How much did it cost?
None of your business. In any case, it's worth more than you.
You!
Good heavens! Homemade embroidery? Can the Baron's household not even afford a decent piece of jewelry?
How tacky. Everyone else brings rare treasures, and you bring this to present to the Queen?
This is truly rather discourteous.
The Baron's household really doesn't take the Queen seriously.
I say fight too. You're from a fallen noble line, and marrying into the Baron's family was already a step up for you. How is it you still haven't learnt proper high society etiquette? Bringing out something like this, aren't you ashamed?
This pattern looks familiar.
Really? Quite a lively show going on in there.
Your Highness, you should go in now.
What's the rush? Let my wife have a little more fun trading barabs.
Your wife?
You have a problem with that?
No.
All right, let's go in.
Prince Xander.
His Highness here! That physique rivals my Jiggly's. No. Why does this man look exactly like him?
Your Highness, forgive my rudeness. Allow me to bring my humble wife over to toast you.
What are you staring at? Behave yourself.
I am Baron William, and this is my wife, Eleanor. Our family has long admired your Highness's renown. Get to the point.
Well, our family has recently been looking to get into the border military supply business, and I heard your Highness takes great interest in that area. I was hoping you might offer us your patronage. As it happens, our family is distantly related to the Queen's house.
I could patronize anyone.
Thank you, your Highness!
Except you.
Why?
Ask your wife. Ask her exactly how she offended me. 3 years ago, she provoked me and then ruthlessly threw me away.
What does that mean? The prince and her?
3 years ago. She wasn't married yet back then, was she?
Could the two of them have had a thing?
Impossible! A low-born creature like her, how could she possibly have been with the prince?
When did she ever get involved with the prince?
Your Highness is referring to that incident 3 years ago. That day I was out and accidentally damaged your Highness' carriage. I never dared to come and apologize afterwards. Truly inexcusable.
Oh, so it was a carriage collision.
That gave me a fright. I thought it was something serious.
I said so. Eleanor isn't that kind of person.
On the occasion of the Queen's birthday banquet today, I toast your Highness by way of apology.
1 glass of wine and you think you can wipe away 3 years of old scores?
Exactly. Offending His Highness the Prince, 100 glasses wouldn't be enough.
Right. Nothing comes that cheap.
Eleanor, since you've made a mistake, you should show some sincerity. Drink all the wine on this table, and maybe His Highness will calm down.
I can drink.
Oh?
But I have one condition.
Name it.
If I drink, you agree to help the Baron William's household rise to the next level.
Deal. Your wife drank for you. Shouldn't you show some gratitude?
Your Highness.
He can't drink that much. I'll do it for him.
Your dress is wet. Go change into something else. Don't cause a scene at my mother's banquet. Take her to the side hall to change.
Yes, Your Highness.
Baron William, this flagon isn't empty yet. Don't let your wife's good tensions go to waste.
Yes, Your Highness.
My lady, please wait here while I fetch you a change of clothes. This room is usually unoccupied. Make yourself at home.
How did you get in?
This is my room.
What did you say?
Why do you think the maid Sheevant brought you here? She's one of mine.
Get out.
My room, and you're telling me to get out?
Never mind. We've slept together for 3 years anyway, there's nothing left to see.
You and William, what exactly is your relationship?
Guess.
Tell me.
Are you jealous?
You're overthinking it.
He and I are completely innocent. The maid he loves is carrying his child. I don't even want to touch a single finger of his.
Then, between him and me, who's better?
What do you mean, who's better? What? Is His Highness the Prince really going to compare himself to a baron over this?
Answer me.
You. It's always been you. Why else do you think I kept you around for 3 years?
Eleanor.
Stop talking. Just do what you're supposed to do.
Eleanor! What are you doing in there?
He's here.
Ignore him.
Are you afraid of him?
Afraid of him?
Then keep quiet.
Eleanor! I know you're in there. Are you done changing or not?
Tell me the truth, tell me the truth. Do you really love William?
Why are you asking that?
He has someone else. He cheated on you, and you still want him.
He'll come back. Someday he'll understand who truly cares for him.
Then what about me? What am I to you?
You are my tool for getting back at him.
What?
Back then I knew he had someone else and I hated him. So I found you. I needed someone to play a part with me, to act for him, to act for everyone.
3 years. You used me as a tool for 3 years?
Eleanor, if you don't open the door, I'll kick it in.
Alexander, he's probably going to break the door down any second.
Eleanor, you're ruthless.
You're alone? What were you doing that took so long to open the door?
Doesn't changing clothes take time?
Let's go. The banquet isn't over yet. Tell me truthfully, was there someone else in here just now?
Yes.
Who?
Prince Alexander.
You!
What, you're allowed to bring back a maid, but I'm not allowed to find someone else?
Prince Alexander would fancy you? Don't dream on. What's his status and what's yours?
I can't be bothered to argue with you. I'm leaving now. Stay as long as you like.
Back.
Don't think I'll forgive you.
Then why did you climb back in?
Let me tell you, what you did, using me as a tool, I'm not letting that slide. I'll deal with your family one by one.
Then how do you plan to deal with me?
Just wait. I'll make your whole family kneel and beg me.
How did things go? Did you get through to Prince Alexander?
Don't even mention it. She ruined everything.
What do you mean?
The prince said outright that he'd patronize anyone, except our family. Why? Because Eleanor offended him.
Offended him how?
3 years ago, she crashed into the prince's carriage and never even apologized. He's held a grudge all this time.
Eleanor, why didn't you say something sooner?
Would it have made a difference? Do you trust me or him?
Either way, this all started because of you. You offended the prince and dragged the whole family down.
Don't worry. I'll handle it.
You?
I started it, I'll fix it, all right?
Oh, who's this? Also here to see the prince?
Judging by her outfit, she doesn't look like any lady of a house.
Surely she's not here to try her luck. She should take a look at herself first.
I'm definitely not here to try my luck.
Then what are you here for?
I'm here to find my man.
Your man? Are you crazy? Do you know who lives in there?
Prince Alexander is your man? That's laughable.
Your Highness, Lady Eleanor is here. Those noble ladies at the gate are surrounding her and arguing. Shall I chase them away?
Chase who?
Those noble ladies?
Chase them away. Let Eleanor in. I said I'd wait for her to come and beg me, and here she is.
So, your righteous won't see her?
I will see her, but first let her stand outside a while longer. Let her know that when you beg, you need to beg properly. That's my girl. Still just as bold.
Isn't this a bit too private? Can't we wait in the drawing room?
His Highness has instructed that you wait here.
Fine, it's not like it's the first time anyway.
Why does this thing look a bit familiar? Oh, you keep this in your stuttery, Your Highness?
How girly. You're not some pervert, are you?
She really doesn't remember.
Stop crying. Here, this is for you. Really for me? A real man shouldn't cry.
3 years. No, over a decade in total. And she completely forgot. Why are you here? It's not about William, is it? None. You'd only come to me willingly for him.
They didn't send me. I came on my own.
What's the difference?
There is. I came because I don't want my own actions to drag down William's household.
You're truly devoted to him.
Think whatever you want. I just hope you won't hold a grudge upon me and punish the entire parish.
A grudge? You think what's between us is just a grudge?
None. Or would you prefer I do this?
None.
We've slept together for 3 years. One more time won't hurt. You're still upset, so I'll stay with you until you cool down. Then sign.
You think this will get you off the hook?
Then don't look at me.
Eleanor, you really are.
None. Enough talk. Are we doing this or not?
You really would do anything for him.
So, will you sign or not?
I can sign, but I have conditions. You move out of William's house and come live with me.
That's it?
That's it.
Sign it. Done.
When are you moving in?
I only said I agree, I didn't say when. Life is long, Your Highness. What's the hurry?
This woman.
I told you she'd never get it back. You actually counted on her. She offended him herself. Why would he be nice to her?
Keep your mouth shut.
Maybe I could try sending a word to the Queen?
Useless. Alexander even humiliated her publicly at the banquet. She'd be wasting her time.
Who says I couldn't get it back?
This is Prince Alexander's own signature.
It's real, he agreed. He promised to connect our family with the military supply business.
Excellent. Eleanor, you're truly our family's greatest benefactor.
Alexander humiliated her in front of all those guests, and then turned around and signed? What exactly did she do? Could they really be?
What, no congratulations for me?
Congratulations. Alexander and her. It's definitely more than just a carriage collision. What exactly is going on between you and Alexander? How did you get that document?
Exactly what you're thinking.
You slept with him?
Guess.
Whore!
I'm a whore. You got a maid pregnant outside and brought her back. Doesn't that make you one?
You've atoned for your sins this time. I won't hold it against you.
Atoned for my sins? What sin did I commit?
You're sleeping with the prince and you think you're in the right.
I got the document back. You better be polite. Whether it works out afterwards depends on your own family's performance.
Just give me a ticket in, I'll handle the rest. I'm a man who's been to war.
William, what were you doing in her room?
Nothing. Tomorrow at the equestrian hall, you're coming with me.
Really?
Yes. Let everyone see that you're the wife I acknowledge. She's just someone working for our family.
William, I'm so touched.
The prince will be there tomorrow, too. Once all the royals have seen you, what is she? What's wrong?
Time's up.
What time?
The gathering at the equestrian hall. Did you forget?
Do we have to go?
What, His Highness the Prince still wants to stay in bed?
I really want to lock you up here.
William, do I look okay in this?
Yes. You're the star of the day.
My lady, please show your invitation.
From Baron William's household. I am his wife.
She is not my wife.
What's going on?
That woman over there says she's Baron William's wife.
But the Baron's that woman on his arm. Who's the real wife?
This one is the wife I acknowledge. She is just a low-born wret, not worthy of a place like this.
William.
Let her go.
Look, William is bringing Lillian in. Done deal.
What about Eleanor?
Since William has chosen Lillian, let's not stand in the way anymore. As for Eleanor, let it go.
But...
Come on, let's go in.
Eleanor, you should go back for now.
Leaving already?
What else? Stand here and let everyone laugh at me?
Beg me. I'll take you in right away, in style. Want me to get revenge for you while I'm at it?
No need.
This is...
My grandfather left it to me. Even though I'm from a fallen collateral branch, the moment this token is shown, every noble in the capital will have to bow to me.
Interesting.
Your Highness, shall we throw the William family out?
Keep them. Huh? I won't let anyone bully my woman. Now let's have some fun shaking them up.
Come on, my Marchess. Time to go in.
What are you planning to do?
Just watch the show. The good part's about to start.
Isn't that Baron William's wife? How did she come in with the prince? Didn't you see? The prince himself walked her in. What kind of status is that? I heard she's a descendant of the Marquis family. Baron William really has no eye for worth.
Why her? What gives her the right to stand beside the prince?
Married to a baron and still managing to hook a prince. She really has skills.
A wretched girl from a fallen family. Why? Why is she both a baroness and the prince's woman?
All of that should be mine. Should be mine.
Your Highness, I've long admired your reputation. What an honor to meet you today. I am Lillian. Your Highness must be careful with this woman. She has a terrible reputation. Unfaithful to her husband, sneaking around with other men behind his back. The whole estate knows exactly what kind of person she is.
What? Eleanor was unfaithful?
Well, well. So that's how it is. I said so. A woman suddenly lacking into the prince is definitely up to no good.
So this is the kind of person you are.
Your Highness, you've finally seen her clearly. This woman is nowhere near worthy of you.
Exactly! The Xaris of Permishal, Reisfandert, is done, is these few years, been married to family, she's nothing but show-off outsides all day. I've had enough!
Sigh. What a misfortune for our family.
Eleanor, you really haven't been doing the right thing either.
My parents have lived with her all these years. They can all testify.
Exactly. A married woman, not staying dutifully at home, running around all day. Who knows what men she's been meeting?
Are you done?
Since someone's offering up their face to be slapped, let me tell everyone a proper story.
First, although William and I didn't have a church wedding, we were registered before the Count Magistrate. Legally, I am his one and only lawful wife.
Miss Lillian, may I ask what exactly qualifies you to stand here?
I'm carrying William's child.
Oh, carrying his child. And may I ask, did you register with him? Go through the formalities? No? Then you are nothing but a maid who crawled into a man's bed.
Oh, right. Without registration, they're not legally married.
Then what does Lillian count as? The Baron's kept woman?
You say I'm unfaithful. Let me ask. Who was fooling around with another man while her husband was away at war? Who brought a pregnant maid back and publicly humiliated his lawful wife? That's what you call the guilty party playing the victim.
So the Baron himself was the one cheating, and he turned it around on her.
Put that way, Eleanor is the real victim here.
Shut up! Do you have to make such a scene? Lillian is carrying my child. As the lawful wife, you should be more generous. You've been in this house for so long without a single pregnancy. What's wrong with me finding someone else to bear my child? For all we know, you've been sleeping around so much with other men that you've ruined your body. You're infertile and you won't even let people talk about it.
Want me to bear a child? Fine. First, you have to come home. Second, you have to be capable.
Your Highness, what do you say?
What do I say? A man who can't even figure out his own wife's status, does he even deserve to talk about fathering children?
I didn't want to say anything at first. After all, you are the lawful wife, and I'm just a lowly maid. But you would humiliate William so publicly like this.
Sigh. She's pitiful too. Pregnant and publicly humiliated by the lawful wife.
Right. It's still the Baron's own flesh and blood. That's going too far.
Elena really is narrow-minded.
Dear child, we're family. Whatever it is, let's talk about it at home. Making such a scene out here is just giving people a show.
Dear me, if you're angry, you can hit me or scold me.
Just don't drag William and the Master and Mrs. reputation down with it.
But Eleanor, the things you just said about William not being capable and all that, how could you say such things in public? Aren't you humiliating the entire Baron's household?
Are you done?
I'm carrying his child. I only wanted to quietly give birth and never dreamed of fighting for any status. Sister, why are you doing this to me?
Yes, Eleanor. All these years you've been in our family, we've always treated you like our own daughter. We know you've suffered, but family shame shouldn't be aired in public. All these years you've been going out socializing frequently, coming home late. As your in-laws, we never ask too many questions. But the gossip hasn't been just a day or two.
No need to keep playing the good guys. It's true you took me in, but you all know very well what I've done for William's family all these years. My father died on the battlefield, and our family fell from grace. William's family took in this orphan girl, and I was endlessly grateful. So I worked myself to the bone, managing their business, running their shops, reorganizing their estates, all to repay that kindness.
What nonsense are you talking? You're nothing but an orphan girl, a low-born wretch. How could you possibly know how to do any of that?
Before I started reorganizing, I used my own private assets to fill the gaps in their family finances.
Impossible! What money could you possibly have? Every bit of your glory now, wasn't it all given to you by William's family?
Is that what you think too? That everything I have was handed to me by William's family?
It seems I've made things too comfortable for you all these years. Then let me lay it out clearly. 3/4 of the Baron's current estates were earned by me, bit by bit, over these years. Every entry in ledgers, every transaction in the shops, every season's harvest from the manors, who among you knows them better than I do? You think I'm just a freeloading orphan? When I married into William's family, I brought half of the Marcus estate with me. They swallowed it all under the pretense of managing it on my behalf. Do you want me to read out the accounts right here?
You're lying! That's absurd!
This is the list of my dowry from back then. This is a copy of last year's total accounts for William's household.
Compare the two. Everyone can see for themselves where the missing parts went.
So that's how it was. The Baron's household only survived because of Eleanor.
Then on what grounds did they accuse Eleanor? They took her things and used her money, then turned around and bit her?
I've repaid the kindness of raising me. From now on, the mess of your family has nothing to do with me. Since we've come this far, there's no point in pretending everything is fine. Since you think I'm so terrible in every way, let's just end it. Divorce me. Return the dowry I brought into your family, along with everything I've earned over these years. We part ways clean, owing nothing to each other.
Divorce? She's asking for a divorce in public?
The Baron's household is truly finished now.
We can't let her take the money. If she takes back the dowry and everything she earned, our family will be left with nothing.
She's taking more than just the dowry. There are the shops and estates she built up too. If that's all gone, what are we going to live on?
What do you mean? Hasn't our family always been doing fine?
Fine, my foot! Where do you think our household expenses came from all these years? It was all earned by her. Before she married in, our family was just a hollow shell.
How come I never know?
We didn't want to distract you while you were at war. And now look, she's revealed the ledgers in front of the entire capital. Our family is completely ruined.
We can't let her leave. Even if we have to burn bridges, the money stays.
Child, you're just saying this in anger. What knot can't be untied among family? Come home with me first, and we can talk things through slowly.
Yes, your mother's right. You've been with our family all these years, and we've always treated you like our own daughter. The scene today can be smoothed over once we're back home.
I'm willing to give you one more chance. Come back home and I'll let bygones be bygones. But the dowry and family assets are off the table. The household's phase have been huge all these years. If you insist on leave, you won't take a single coin with you.
Let bygones be bygones? What right do you have to let anything go, not a single coin? You seem to have forgotten one thing, that money was always mine.
You say I can't bear children. Well, let me tell you now. William is completely infertile. Even if he were home every day, we could never have children. Didn't you parents know anything about this?
You're lying! The child in Lillian's belly is mine!
Yes, this is William's child.
Whether it's yours or not, a doctor's examination would settle it in no time. Do you dare?
The Baron isn't answering.
Could there really be something wrong?
She's right. A doctor will tell the truth. If the results prove Baron William is at fault, then I'll settle accounts with your entire family for humiliating my woman in public today.
I've repaid him reason with me. From now on, your family's mess has nothing to do with me.
You still have the nerve to sit here! If you hadn't humiliated Eleanor in public at the banquet, would things have gotten this far?
How was I supposed to know she had those ledgers?
It's over. All over.
Master, mistress, don't panic. Let's think of something.
Shut up!
Blaming each other now is useless. She has the prince backing her. What can we possibly do?
It's so late. What brings you two here?
Mother, I've brought someone to meet you. Her name is Eleanor, and I'm going to marry her.
I've heard about you. You turned the Baron Williams household upside down. Quite impressive, bringing down their entire family all on your own.
Your Highness flatters me. I simply took back what was mine.
Mother, there's one more thing. She's carrying my child. We've been together for 3 years now.
Bold indeed. Daring to break with the Baron's household and airing the accounts in public. That kind of mettle is worthy of the royal family's standing.
Your Highness is too kind.
I can support the marriage, but you must first completely dissolve your betrothal to the William house. Without a clear status, you cannot enter the palace in good standing.
Mother...
That's the rule. Eleanor, do you understand?
I understand. Rest assured, Your Highness. I'll see it through cleanly.
Good. I'll await your news.
Tell me the truth. Is the child mine or not?
Of course. Of course it's yours.
Then why did you just now not dare to have the doctor examine you?
I was afraid it would embarrass you.
He's here. You examine her.
The lady is indeed pregnant, 4 months along.
What about my condition?
My Lord Baron, you are indeed infertile.
Then why didn't you say so when you came to examine me before?
It was your wife, Lady Eleanor, who instructed me. She said the truth would upset you, and the rumors outside would be unpleasant. She also gave me a sum of money to keep it confidential.
Leave. Say!
William, I was wrong. I was a camp prostitute. I really don't know whose child this is, so you...
A camp prostitute! You lied to me!
William, I beg you!
Her life is saved, but the uterus is damaged. She'll never be able to have children again.
Get out.
Are you satisfied now? The family fortune is gone. Our reputation is ruined. What are we supposed to do now? She lied to me. She's a camp whore. She deserved it. It's all over town now. The whole capital is laughing at our family over you swallowing Eleanor's dowry. The authorities are also investigating you for assault.
Eleanor has also filed for divorce. If it goes through, our family will truly have nothing left.
Impossible. She loves me so much. How could she bear to divorce me?
Exactly. Oh, that she wouldn't have stayed with our family all this time.
Long und du skunk tied there till he didn't we where were. Sure, I'll go right now. Eleanor, please come back, all right? Let's live properly together. Let bygones be bygones.
Child, I'm begging you. Don't divorce him. If you leave, this family will fall apart.
Yes, yes. We'll agree to anything you want as long as you don't leave.
Now you remember to beg me? Too late.
You have to be this ruthless! Just you wait! I'll make you regret this!
You were really ruthless at the banquet today.
Ruthless? I don't think it was enough.
Then how do you want to make up for it?
Guess.
Looks like you're not planning to let me sleep tonight.
As long as you know.
Eleanor! Come out here! I know you're in there! You're hiding some other man, aren't you? Let me tell you, I'm going to find that lover today if it's the last thing I do!
How did he get here?
Who knows? Ignore him, keep going.
You sure?
I'm sure. Let him make a scene if he wants. Don't let him ruin the mood.
Open the door! Eleanor, you whore! You have the nerve to cheat but not the nerve to open the door? I'm going to see today which reckless fool dares to touch my wife.
He must have had quite a lot to drink.
I'll go throw him in the river right now.
Don't. Let him shout. He'll tire himself out and stop.
I can't believe this.
Where's the lover? Where did you hide him? You shameless creature!
What's wrong with you? Get out.
I'm not leaving. I'm going to catch that lover today. I want to see who's got the nerve to touch William's woman.
Are you done making a scene yet?
Making a scene? You're sneaking around with other men behind my back, and you dare say I'm making a scene? Don't think I don't know. There's definitely someone in this room. I heard noises at the door just now.
What did you hear? You're so drunk you can barely walk straight.
I'm perfectly sober. I know your type too well. You married me for my family's money. Now that you see my family's fallen, you're climbing the social ladder. I'm telling you, no chance.
I married you for money? Get this straight. All that money in your family was earned by whom?
Shut up! Tell me clearly right now, who is the lover?
William, I wanted us to part amicably. Give me back the dowry, I'll sign the divorce papers, and we each go our own way. But you had to make such a scene.
Part amicably? In your dreams! You've ruined my family and you think you can just walk away clean?
Your family's ruin is your own doing. Beating a pregnant woman, swallowing dowries, publicly humiliating your lawful wife, which of those did I force you to do?
I'll tear your mouth apart!
Who are you going to tear apart? Say that again.
Your Highness?
Weren't you looking for a lover? I'm right here. Go on. What do you want to do?
I didn't know it was you. I really didn't know.
Guards.
Forgive me, Your Highness! Have mercy! Eleanor, speak for me, I beg you!
Out.
Throw him in the dungeon. I'll deal with him personally tomorrow.
Eleanor! You can't do this to me! I'm your husband!
Match the court's accounts of the defendant Williams follows. The Baron William household must return Eleanor's entire dowry in full, amounting to 58,620,000 gold coins. The 6 shops, 3 estates, and 2 mines perched during Eleanor's management are all to be transferred to Eleanor's name. The Baron's ancestral residence shall be retained and remain the property of the Baron William household.
Where am I supposed to?
This verdict is unfair. She's a daughter-in-law who married in. Her things are our family's. Every item on the Marquis' dowry list has witness signatures, and your family's accounts clearly which properties were transferred from Eleanor's name. Shall this court read them aloud?
No, this isn't right.
According to our investigation, the house your family currently lives in just for you and Eleanor, or rather Schieffer's money redeem it for you, is the Joyito.
Then what do we have left? Nothing! Nothing at all!
Old man! Old man, what's wrong?
Look quick! The Baron's household is moving out! I heard they've lost everything but the clothes on their backs!
They deserved it. They were so high and mighty when they swallowed their daughter-in-law's dowry. Now karma's come knocking.
That Baron William even beat his pregnant maid until she miscarried. Now she's dead, and there's a lawsuit waiting for him.
Baron's household? They're just pauperbirds now. Who's going to give them a second glance?
Let's go.
Pauperbirds! Pauper!
Oh, that maid died with no one to claim the body. Off to the Pomper's grave outside town.
How can anyone live here? What do we do when it rains?
Make do. We'll make do. Make do. What else can we do?
Go.
According to the judgment, all 6 shops, 3 estates, and 2 mines under the Baron William household are to be transferred to your name. Here are the title deeds. Please sign to confirm.
Thank you.
There's also His Majesty the King's personally signed decree of ennoblement. Your grandfather's Marquis title is posthumously reinstated and inherited by you. From this day forward, you are Marquis Eleanor.
In the middle of the night, why are you kneeling here?
You have quite the nerve daring to break with the Baron's household in front of the entire capital.
Your Highness, I simply took back what was mine.
As for your Highness's son and what he's told you, whether you believe it or not, there is one thing I can promise you. My feelings for him are sincere without a trace of falsehood.
I've looked into your background. The accounts for those shops and estates clear, methodical, well-managed. To build yourself up from nothing, even after your in-laws swallowed your dowry, that reminds me a bit of my younger self.
Your Highness flatters me.
I support the marriage. But the rules cannot be broken. You must first formally dissolve your marriage contract with William. Without a clear status, the royal family cannot receive you.
Rest assured, Your Highness. I'll see to it at once. The divorce agreement. Sign it, and we're done.
If I sign, will you let me go?
Your assault on Lillian is for the authorities to decide. It has nothing to do with me.
Today, on behalf of the royal family, I announce Prince Alexander and Marchik Eleanor are officially engaged.
Congratulations, Marchik. We'll be counting on your favor in the future.
You're finally moving in this time, right?
That depends on your Highness' performance.
Congratulations, my lady. It's a little prince. He looks just like his father.
How are you? Does it hurt?
Are you asking about me or the baby?
He's so small.
Give him a name.
Oliver. We'll call him Oliver.
Prince Oliver is hereby appointed as one of the royal family's legitimate heirs. Alexander and Eleanor are granted lawful marriage, and the union takes effect immediately.
Thank you, Father.
Thank you, Your Majesty.
Prince Alexander, do you take Marshal Eleanor to be your wife, to remain faithful for life until death do you part?
I do.
Marquis Eleanor, do you take Prince Alexander to be your husband, to stay by his side for life, never to part?
I do.
In the name of God, I pronounce you husband and wife.
Look, it's Daddy's treasure from when he was little.
This? I saw it in your study.
Look closer. You really don't remember?
I embroidered this. When I was little, I gave it to a little boy who had fallen down and was crying.
That little boy was me. So isn't that a coincidence? That crybabe you comforted back then ended up marrying you?
Then I should have comforted you more back then.
It's not too late to comfort me now.